I descend in the glory of God, and within the eternal light of His presence, into your midst. Dearest and beloved hearts, for a mother's love to be shared and bestowed unto and with you, and this love that I share is truly from the deepest and most reverent, sacred space of my Immaculate Heart, where I continually confide in God. All that I behold within the world, and all that requires grace, mercy, and healing within the lives of sons and daughters of God. And there is a continuous stream of love betwixt God's heart and mine that manifests in this glory, this beingness, which I am privileged to share with mankind through the intercession that manifests by grace as the result of prayer and devotion to the one light. As you have sung this day, I have coalesced within my heart the light from many solar worlds, drawing forth from them, at my request and by their permission, great cosmic light, so that this light may emerge upon and within the earth and within the lives of devotees for balance and harmony, for healing and wholeness, for a bestowal of that which is a specific antidote to the troubles and cares, the problems and issues, the hurts and the sufferings of sentient beings. This light is my gift to humanity, is my offering unto those who so often reach up unto heaven through their prayers and their requests. To receive something from God so that they may move forward on their path, so that suffering may be assuaged, even canceled out by God's great grace and mercy. Oh, how we would, if we could, alleviate every iota of that which mankind experiences as pain and anguish. Yet we are only allowed to provide a certain refuge and respite due to man's inhumanity to man and himself, and the ways of fleshly living, misunderstanding, and inattentiveness to God's love, God's will, God's wisdom. Yet the saints upon earth, and I count you among them, are those whose prayers reach our throne, the throne of God and of the living Christ, are heard and answered in as magnanimous a way as is possible. So that a return to grace and wholeness may occur. Oneness with God being the goal, God's goal, our goal for you, each one. For in that state of complete compliance with the eternal sphere of identity within unity, all is harmonic and one. There is no dissimulation, no human diatribe or conversation outside of the sacred word of the One. The words that you have spoken in your songs, and the light that has emanated from your beings has truly made the difference for many upon the earth this morning already, so that lives may be restored, understanding hearts may attune to the divine worlds, and ultimately that a clearer and brighter pathway may be created for souls to feel God's presence, to feel their own divine soul and spirit, and to understand what it will take for self-realization to occur and for reconciliation also to manifest. The Elohim, having created the worlds upon which you abide, are there for you, dearest ones, to recreate anything and everything that you deem as necessary for this restorative process to manifest throughout the world, within your lives and the lives of your loved ones. For what has been created in unconsciousness, creating the dynamic of duality and a lack of unity, may be uncreated and then restored to its rightful and just manifestation by the light of the Elohim, by the grace of their beingness, one with God. If you only knew how great the resource of light above and within you is, every moment to tap into to do your part in the alleviation of suffering and pain, sorrow and anguish. And if you could, dearest ones, with us work assiduously, daily, even hourly, to manifest this awareness and conscious presence, to be that one through whom light may flow unabated, you would see miracles transcendent occurring within your life throughout your days, and many would come to you as a source of light for restoration and blessing. We know the limitations of time and space and what you are able to bear within your body temples based on the biorhythms that you experience, the cycles of time and space, the requirements that you deem as essential to engage in fulfilling. Yet there are some whom we call to a greater action of deep prayer, of conscious presence and meditation, and in other practices that we will provide inspiration toward in coming weeks and months, who, when engaged at a higher level of this activity, can truly, as Buddhic beings, make a great difference for humanity in the alleviation of darkness and the restoration of God's eternal city of light here below. Many mother beings and ascended octaves of light answer the calls of children, answer the prayers of the righteous, and there is a washing clean of karmic records and a dissolution of darkness at so many levels within the astral and mental planes. Yet this, as a daily activity, must continue because of the recreation of darkness day by day by the unconscious ones. Therefore, the imperative of the disciplined life of the devotee to engage and engage and engage in this sacred work I place before you. And in your virgin spirit of purity and beingness, there is the divine resource that we augment and support of that light, of the raised Kundalini, the infired soul, the magnanimous spirit, merged with angel presences that are truly a great blessing to humanity, a great offering to the sufferings of this world. I show you now, dearest ones, through your higher vision center, one soul fused with God in holy prayer, and the constant stream of divine light that manifests through the portal of that one's communion with the eternal, praying ceaselessly for intercession and grace, feeling the currents of God's light pouring through that one's chakras and auric field. And I do this to give you co-measurement, that often it is simply in the concentrated focus of your devotion, your prayerful selfhood, that this level of manifestation of wholeness and healing through the absorption of your being into God may occur. For in that absorption and the subsuming of yourself into your Buddha nature, the flowering of all divine essences and graces instantaneously manifest in multi-dimensions, bringing surcease to thousands and millions. There is no one sacred formula for how this manifests. It is individual for each person as to what works for them to know and feel and experience truly the infinitude of God's being within. Yet I say that if you strive, if you surrender, and if you give effulgently of yourself within this dynamic, that the archangels and many divine beings will utilize your life stream for this process of gracing all mankind with the glory of God, with the effulgent light of the sun, and the bestowal that will occur will simultaneously heal you of everything within your being that is less than perfection, that has been a burden upon your soul and awareness. You may not always be physically removed from the path of experiencing the return current of past misdeeds. Yet the grace that will be there will remove you from the sense of separation, from the density of this world. And in the grace of God's presence within you, feeling that oneness, you are raised, caressed, and anointed in the light of the Spirit most holy. You have noticed how time elapses very quickly when you are fused with God in the bliss of beingness and the ecstasy of the eternal light. and you do not experience the lower level awarenesses that often, when you focus upon them, bring the outer anguish and sense that you are less than. So I ask you, why focus upon that which burdens you? Retool your consciousness to always reach up into your presence to access this grace. And your divine self will facilitate the radiant field manifesting right where you are that will wash away your cares and bring you inner joy through divine light. In unguarded moments, even our best servants enter states that they would prefer to avoid. Therefore, consciously avoid them by being within the center point of your true selfhood and maintaining presence and your inner happiness, dearest ones. Now the Holy Spirit comes to fan the eternal love fires of God's heart in your midst. And the infusion of this love is for this entire year. Your experience of God in your midst. The love that you will share and that will grow through your daily work and service. Your caring for one another and for all life forms. This love is great, dearest ones. And a cosmic pool is now offered unto your holy Christ Buddha self. And this reservoir will be retained there in the etheric octave for you to draw forth light from as required throughout this year, even for healing, for your creative work, and for the sacred touch and the kiss of peace betwixt you and loved ones and friends. Oh, how great is God! How divine His Spirit! How awesome the creation itself! Enter into this feeling of greatness and beingness, and you will always retain the sense of your worthiness, your loveliness, your unique light essence. I am your Mary, caressing you with waves and waves and waves of light. Feel them and drink them in, and allow them to recreate you in the new you image of pure, roseate, sacred fire. I thank you.